Just 6 months after the end of the hotly contested 2024 Montana Supreme Court elections, there is already a race developing for a seat opening up on the court in 2026. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian spoke with the two candidates who have announced their campaigns.
Associate Justice Beth Baker has a year and a half remaining on her term on the Montana Supreme Court, but she does plan to retire at the end of it. Two candidates are already saying they're interested in replacing her. They both acknowledge it's going to seem early to many Montanans, but they say they need to begin reaching out to voters now.
It takes a lot of time and effort to get your message out across Montana.
We don't have as much of an opportunity to do that just in our regular day-to-day lives.
The two candidates have two big things in common. They're both district court judges and both from Flathead County. The first will be a more familiar name to voters across the state. Dan Wilson ran unsuccessfully for an associate justice position last year. He describes himself as a constitutional conservative and opposing judicial activism, and he says his last campaign will give him a jump start this time.
When I started my campaign the last time and I spoke to people and introduced myself, told them my name, they'd say, "Who? Who are you?" This time around, they're saying, "We know who you are. We're very much in your favor. Tell us how we can help." And that's really rewarding. And that's the foundation that I plan to build on and expand.
Amy Eddy is making her first bid for a Supreme Court seat. She was appointed to district court in 2015 after working in private practice for 15 years. She says she's going to point to the experience she's had handling cases in Flathead County and around the state.
Montanans deserve a justice who can be fair, experienced, balanced, and apply the rule of law equally to the facts of each dispute. It's what I've been doing on the district court bench. And it's certainly what I would do on the Montana Supreme Court to guard people's freedoms, protect the Constitution, hold criminal defendants accountable.
Baker's seat is the only one on the Supreme Court that will be up for election in 2026. In 2024, when there were two open seats, the candidates together raised more than $1 million, and several million more in spending came from outside groups. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.